Hello and welcome to a new episode of this knitting podcast. I'm Jolanda and I'm coming to you from the Netherlands. Thank you so very much for joining me today. Today is another episode, the Monday Knit and Chat, or maybe we should call it Create Your Dreams, Make Your Dreams, Knit Your Dreams, whatever. I am full of ideas, of dreams, of how my future wardrobe will look like, and I am so happy to share it with you. So today it's mostly about knitting. Also have a crochet project, which is very exciting. So let's talk about what I'm wearing today. This is one of my favorite knits. It's also a knit I finished very recently. This is the Ophelia blouse by Knit for Days. And I knitted it in Drops North, and that is the color blush, which is really nice because it's a heathered color. So it is, yeah, it's really pretty. And I wore it a lot, and I washed it already, and it still looks like it's new. So yeah, I'm really, really happy about this yarn. So I will try to put up a link down below this video, and that's the very minimum because I have to edit on my phone. I don't have a computer I can edit on, so putting on links is really hard and time consuming. I find it pretty impossible. So I have the standards links is where you can find me on Ravelry and Instagram, and that is Jolanda Loves Yarn, and that link will be down below. There's also a link for my Coffee account in case you want to support this channel. So everything I talk about is on my Ravelry page. That is a page I update every time something changes or I start a new project. I am not active of social media at the moment. That's just a choice. I need to take the energy and put it into myself to deal with all the things life has to offer me. And Revelry is like my personal diary. So um, that's where I can look back and see whatever information I need. So you can look it up. If I talk about this blouse, it's on my Ravelry page. Then you can click on the link and it will bring you to the pattern of the designer. So it is what it is. So that's how I do it at the moment. So yeah, it's Monday the 21st. Can you imagine? It's like blinking a few times and we're around Christmas. That is so weird. It's like the time goes so fast. And we are in fall right now, autumn. The leaves are falling and they are turning yellowish red. And I actually love it. It's such a cozy weather. And turn on the candles and knit, 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 and wear the hand knits. That's just amazing. The downfall it is really rainy and gloomy, and it's dark a lot. It's in mornings we stand up, it's dark, and it's getting darker sooner. But that's part of having seasons, and I really enjoy it. So with stop all the babbling. You know what I'm wearing right now, and I have one finished object but I cannot show it. I took a photograph of it while it was just off my needles. It was all crinkling up. It is the fairy tale for knitting for breakfast, and she's coming out with so many amazing patterns. I might have bought another one. Yeah. Um, what can I say? I like her patterns. The lace is very simple and um, yeah, it is engaging. So I'll put in a picture here for you to see the fairy tale. It has short sleeves. I made it into long sleeves. Um, I I I mean, if you want to hear the whole story, just look a few episodes back because there was a lot of frogging. But now it's just in one color. I omitted all the eyelets in the body because that horizontal line just did not go well with me. I just have to be mindful of that. And if I look for a project, more what I enjoy is the more plain with detail. In this case, we have a lace yoke, we have a lace at the bottom, and I did no decreases in the sleeves, so the sleeves are just straight, and at the end I did another few extra repeats of the lace. So it is blocking right now. I filmed the process for you, so how I did it this time. There are of course multiple ways you can block a garment, but I always put it in the washing machine on the wool cycle, delicate, 30 degrees maximum. And this time I hang it on my dress form, so you can have a look how that is going. So it is drying, and I hope as soon as it is dry, I will try it on and make pictures and videos. So that is something you will see next week. I have been working a little bit on the champagne sweater from Sari Nordland. Again, that is what I talked about last week also, and that will probably something I will talk about a lot in the future, because that is a slow going process. It is not because of the pattern, but it is because of all the distractions I have. There are so many things I want to cast on. It's, yeah, Reverie is my big rabbit hole. Serious, yeah. So the champagne sweater, it's such a stunning sweater, and I made it in making it in Drops from North, and this is the color peach, number 27. It is knit on 3.75 millimeter needles, at least for me, because I'm a loose knitter. So um, yeah, I probably have to go up a size or so. So I have been working on it. So it is joined in the round now, and I'm increasing for the armhole. No, I did all the increases for the armhole, the armpit. So I'm at this point now where you just go straight down. And yeah, oh, I absolutely love it. But like I said, I was really distracted by many other things, and just did not get the attention it needed or wanted. Yeah, unfortunately, I only have two hands, and yeah, I cannot work on multiple projects, but I think this will look absolutely lovely. And then I'm thinking, oh, what kind of skirt would I like under this? I am still struggling with that. I mean, I kind of know my colors now, but how to pair it into a garment is something that is occupying my mind a lot. So I can imagine it would be easy to have a skirt in maybe this color. So it is the ton sur ton. Um, that might be easy. I can only also see this happening on maybe a brown skirt over brown trousers, or maybe something in the natural color, but that is kind of more for me the feeling of summer and spring. I'm not sure if I'm gonna wear a beige pants or a skirt in winter, but it, I mean, it's possible, but I'm not there yet. So, but I am dreaming while knitting and then, yeah, coming up with ideas. And I just absolutely love this. This is really, really stunning. So, lace and cables. So that is a project that will hopefully get a little bit more of attention this week. That's up to me, right? That's not the problem of the garment, that's the problem of the knitter. So I am writing things down because my memory is very bad. Last week I showed you the Birkin, number 2, and the problems with the neckline and various other things. So I fixed the neckline. I mean, yeah, I fixed the neckline. I did nothing special. I showed it last time. It was just the cast off, no ribbing, it just rolled like crazy. It still is like that because I only shortened the body and well, I tried it on. That's also a thing. So the body is a lot shorter than it was, and it is finished off now. Just a one by one rib. Yep. And I tried it on. I will show it here for you because that we're all curious about how it looks after I modified it, because it was looking bad in my opinion. It was a real ill fit, and I think it fits now really nice. It sits around my shoulders nicely. I think I can start the sleeves, which will be extremely boring, and it's on a smaller needle. It's a 3mm needle. But I will start it. It will be a mindless thing. The sleeves. I used the 40 centimeter short needles, so I can go round and round and round. If there is a lot of decreases, then at the end it is a little bit fiddly because even the small circular needle is then not small enough. So maybe I will transfer it to DPNs, or sometimes I just add another small circular and I knit from one needle until the other one. So that is a little bit fiddly, but the most part is just smooth sailing. So if you keep remembering these colors, that will be something I will be talking about as the last project that I started. So the Birkin number 2 is looking promising, and I'm happy about that. The chambray pullover. Oh, the blouse. I talked about it last week. It was a bit of a drama. It has nothing to do with the pattern. Let's just be honest about that. Because if you change the yarn and you change the stitch count and all that, then the mistakes I made and the problems I encountered had nothing to do with the pattern. It is a very well written pattern. So yeah, I fell out of love with it because all the troubles, and I tried it on. Unfortunately, it was a bit dark, but I have some video and some pictures for you. So yeah, it is good. It's still here with us. I have not frogged it yet. I don't have the desire to frog it. The last ball of yarn that I will need will come in today probably. So then I need to free my needles. And I can just finish the body. The neckline, I am not sure about. I might frog that again because I did the scallops. And yeah, I might do just a one by one rib and then the decreases in the front. I'm not sure how to do that. I have to look it up. And maybe I do a wider rib so it is not so open and gapey. But I also might choose to wear it a few times as I did on the picture. Maybe I can find something else to put underneath. I'm not sure. Depends a bit on how much yarn I have left over, about the mood I am in, and what I want to wear it with. So it is still in the state you saw it last week. I will show it briefly so you remember. It's such a nice yarn with sequins on there, and it's really, really sparkly. It's mohair and silk blend. So yeah, I will put it on the needles and start finishing the body. So in between I hopefully showed you what it looked like, and yeah, I think it's good. Now, well, that was kind of what I am currently on my needles that is actively worked on. There are a few other things, but they are kind of in a hidden corner because I am not so sure. But no need to talk about that now. Let's just forget about it quickly. I started 2 new projects. Yeah. One is, let me see, a step-by-step cardigan by Florence Miller. I will, of course, put a nice picture in for you here. I saw this all mentioned on another podcast, and I thought it was such a nice and basic cardigan. It is a step by step. She has a tutorial on YouTube, and you can just follow her all the way. So if you are a beginner knitter, it's an amazing pattern. Pattern is also pay what you want, or maybe you should say pay what you can. Because if you are on a really tight budget, there's a coupon code underneath the pattern. You can get it for free. You can 10% off, 50% off, or free. So that is really amazing. It is knitted on a 5mm needle. It is knitted on several needles. I just chose the 5mm because that gave me the gauge of 16 stitches, which is the same as the chambray sweater, which originally had a different gauge, but hey. Yeah, I just tried it on. It was hard to see because it's on short needles. And I think a lot of people knit on short needles. That just goes faster. You don't have to move the stitches around so a lot. So what I will do, I have this little thing left, and there is a package of 4 balls still left. So that is enough. I will knit up this part and put it on the cord, and then the needles come free for my chambray, and I finish that off, and then I can continue with my step-by-step cardigan. I know she also has a step-by-step sweater, and that is also a free download on Ravelry. It is just a free download. You don't have to pay or anything, and that is also accompanied by a video tutorial. What I found interesting about this, not because it is an easy pattern, well, that's also a good thing, because I had yarn that did all the work. So, but that has a double knit button band, and that is something I've never did, and I think it looks amazing. It is just beautiful on both sides, and it is a special technique. And since she made a video about the whole knitting the whole garment, that is probably also in there. So at the point I am there and I need to do the double knitted etching, I will look up I will look at her YouTube channel and find the right tutorial, and I will learn myself a new technique. So I think that is a really a wonderful thing to have in your toolbox of techniques, because even if the pattern doesn't call for the double knitted button band, you can still substitute, right? So I am excited to get to that part. Usually now I would start knitting the sleeves. But the problem is I also need yarn for the button band, which is something you cannot omit. So I think this time I just have to finish the body. I already know how much I need for the sleeves, kind of, because I knitted the chambray in the same yarn. It's gonna be tight again. I don't like that. But yeah, I will definitely make it a cropped cardigan because it will be mostly worn on high-waisted skirt or maybe a pants. Who knows? So that's a fun project. So and it's very interesting. I talked about it the last time. You can use the patterns over and over again, especially such a basic garment as this cardigan or as a sweater. And you can add stripes. You can add easy lace or just some eyelets. You can just plug and play. So that's something I should do more often, I think. But hey, so we are at the last project, which is a crochet project. And I don't know about you, but I get inspired by watching my YouTube friends. And then I thought about, yeah, I have a lot of blankets. They are granny squares or stripes, all kinds of. And yeah, they get used more as we come into fall and winter. And I wanted to make another one. And then I thought about the balls that I had left over in these colors, and I thought, yeah, I'm probably not gonna use them again in a project. And I thought that would be really nice in a blanket. So granny squares, the old-fashioned granny squares. The pattern I used is the Summer Garden Granny Square. Lucy of Attic 24 is the designer. She has so many beautiful patterns on her blog. If you're a crocheter, you should definitely check it out. I made a few of her patterns. I also crocheted a bag, such a tote bag. It's lovely. So, I mean, I have some pictures I will put in for you here. What I did, I had 15 colors, and I made the inside little circle. I made 15 of these, and then times 15 for all the colors. And then I just add another round like this, using all the colors again. And then at a certain point, you get at this stage, and this is where I will leave it. And then I'm gonna think about how big it will be after I put them all, assemble them all together. And maybe I will add another light around, or I make a big border. That's something I have to decide later. So yeah, that's very exciting, and I absolutely love it. It's so addictive, and yeah, it's a free pattern, so you can check it out. Well, I talked about everything for today, and I was very excited. It was Monday again. I usually don't like Mondays, but hey, if you can talk about your knitting and your making, it's always a great day. So I hope you like, subscribe, and maybe share with your knitting friends who might be interested. And I hope to see you soon, at least next Monday. And I have new things to share with you, hopefully. Okay, well, thank you so very much and enjoy your knitting.